Luke Beveridge, I think, did you say that you and Simon had a beer together somewhere over the summer by complete happenstance? Did you feel for him last week?
Yeah, I absolutely did, on both fronts. I was on the biannual surfing safari in Noosa Lombongan, in a villa there, just across from shipwrecks, just having a good time. And Goody was scoping out his wedding reception and having a surf as well. So we managed to catch up and have a quiet beer and a sing-along and a few other things. And it was really good because I'd never spent any time with Simon and got to know him a little bit, and we've had a little text exchange. I mean, I just congratulated him on everything he's achieved at the Demons, and hopefully, you know, he finds his next best place somewhere in the industry or in the code, because we know his capabilities. And he got back to me and wished us all the best. But yeah, it's sad in many ways, but we all sit in the chair and we understand that it could come at any time. And it's been obviously a really challenging week for the Melbourne Demons.
So now they get to the business of selecting a new coach. Would you, Adam, so you went through a pretty excellent process at the Giants. Would you be an advocate for that, as Gaz sort of illustrated at the top of the program? There's two ways to do it. You can either headhunt or you can run the process. Would you be, given your experience, a process guy?
Yeah, I would be. I mean, you don't know what you don't know. So getting people in front of you and listening to them and giving them the opportunity to present, I feel is the best way. But I guess there's an argument on the other hand that if you know what you want, just go and get it. And so I'm not sure that one is necessarily better than the others, but yeah, I certainly have sat through quite a few processes along the journey, and you know, getting in front of a panel and being able to present your ideas and get them, you know, helping them learn a little bit about you was I always found quite beneficial.
What's the one bit of advice if you had a host of potential candidates looking on? Bevo, you've been in the job a bit longer. But is there something that you would suggest that held you in good stead this time around?
It's hard to know. There's so many facets of the job that you need to be across. You know, how your club wants to play, what's the brand, who are the people that you're going to bring with you, what's your style, you know, all those sort of things I think are incredibly important.
And are there good candidates? Just one back. Luke?
There's some great candidates out there. You know, Kingers and I were just talking about, you know, Brendan Lade, for instance, someone who, you know, works with us and does an enormous job. He's been fantastic for me and our football club. Kingers knows him as one of his best mates, and he knows what he's capable of in a footy sense. And Brendan's an aspiring senior coach. He'd be a great candidate. You know, Daniel Pratt's an aspiring senior coach with us. There are others who've worked with me, you know, Ash Hansen and others. But I think, okay, one of the difficult things about nailing the job is providing the examples that are going to flush the situation. You know, if you haven't been a senior coach, you haven't coached under your own steam anywhere, you can't actually provide those management, those hierarchical sort of aspects of the managerial side of things and managing up and all those sorts of things. So, you know, sitting at the table, whether it's trying to sell yourself or whether you go the other way and it's an executive search sort of approach in the first instance and you shortlist through that, it's a massive challenge for the candidates.
Anyone in the tax department just squirreled away there?
Someone involved in regulatory regime should go with him.